How we doing? We're back. We're going to do another spooky reaction video. We're going back to Slap Time's channel with creepy sightings caught on camera. If you wouldn't mind popping by his channel, dropping him a sub, and liking the original video, the link is in the description. Please do so. While you're at it, hit the thumbs up, share this one about, leave your comments. We're trying to get some traction going. We're growing quite well the last week or two, so if you wouldn't mind sharing this about, I'd be grateful for that. As I said, leave any of your thoughts in the comments. I would like to have a discussion. That's why I do this sort of stuff, just to try and have a conversation with like-minded people who either, whether you're a believer or skeptic, it doesn't really matter. Everybody's point of view is valid, and I'm sort of on the fence with a lot of stuff that we're seeing lately with all the AI and stuff like that. But I did have a comment in the last week or two, sort of asking about that, asking if I actually believe in this stuff and what have you. And I would like to. I've always had an interest in this sort of stuff since I was a kid, reading the Osborne book of the paranormal and UFOs and ghosts and whatever it was called back in the time. I think it was my most read book from the library at the time. But yeah, I would like to believe. I've seen some stuff, witnessed some stuff personally that I couldn't really explain. Still can't, to be fair. I would like to get your guys' thoughts. If you've got any takes, any stories of your own, please, again, leave them in the comments. And we'll maybe do a video around that sort of stuff. Try and pull a few stories together and just try and get people involved. That's what it's all about. In the meantime, let's get the cans on. Give it a watch. Let's hope there's some good stuff, as I said. Let's hope it's things we haven't seen prior. And yeah, let's give it a go.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. We've got some seriously spooky video clips coming up today, so hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
Tender County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road
I think we've heard this one prior.
You might remember that eerie North Carolina 911 call we
long
covered
time
a few
ago.
weeks back. The one where a terrified driver claimed something non-human had jumped into the back of his
car or
truck.
something, eh?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
Well, new footage coming out of the state has people wondering if it could be connected. A TikTok user named Whoa That's Strange recently shared a chilling video taken from a woman's home security cameras.
They said they came home one night, they were turning into their driveway and they saw something in the wood line. So they checked their cameras and this thing showed up on their camera.
The clip shows what appears to be a pale, elongated creature creeping across her backyard in the dead of night.
This thing runs, jumps on this little wall right here, and then runs away into the woods.
According to the uploader, the homeowner spotted movement in the woods near her property and checked her security system.
What the fuck are you?
To her horror, the creature appeared not only on her backyard camera, but also on another angle from the side of her house.
What is that?
It wasn't a glitch.
And this thing was captured not only on her backyard camera, but on the side yard camera as well.
So what exactly are we
horrendous.
seeing here? A distorted human figure, a skinwalker, or could it be the same creature reported in that now infamous Pender County encounter? Whatever it is, this North Carolina mystery just got a whole lot stranger.
And when you look at the proportions
Seems
of this
pretty
thing,
quick
it
to
is
turn around there and
not
run
a
away.
human. I am not sure what this thing is.
That
But
is
it really
awful.
makes me think about that North Carolina 911 call.
Yeah, it's strange shit, man. Strange shit.
TikTok user Misty Nadams recently shared a truly unsettling clip that's been giving viewers chills. The video, captured on her neighbor's Wise security camera, was posted with the caption, "Caught on my neighbor's Wise camera last night. My son came home seconds after this and saw no one. He walked up next to the building. This thing was further into the yard, past the tree."
What the fuck is that? Not just someone running past.
The clip quickly went viral, with thousands of comments debating what the mysterious shape could be. Some viewers believe it's a shadow person, a type of dark apparition often reported in paranormal encounters. Others suggest a camera glitch or lighting illusion, though the movement seems too fluid and deliberate to dismiss easily. Whatever it was, many agree. Something strange crossed that yard that night, and it wasn't just a trick of the light.
A bloody witch on a broomstick flying across. I don't know, isn't that just somebody running past? It's the shit quality of these night cameras doesn't help, like, but there seems to be a lot of glitching with the trees moving and things like that, but it's creepy nonetheless, we'll give it that.
Looking through a thermal under white hot.
On the evening of October 6th, 2025, at around 8:30 p.m, a Pennsylvania outdoorsman who goes by the username Blue Line Bow Hunters captured a baffling series of UFO sightings that quickly spread across social media.
Okay. Oh, that's the moon, and we're just gonna start scanning the sky because there's a lot of going on that you can't see with the naked eye that I cannot explain. They're not bugs, they're not bats.
According to the poster, who lives in Westmoreland County, it started when he went outside to look for an owl behind his house. But what he saw instead was something far stranger.
It's a weird filter he's got on there, like.
Not a satellite. They're all over the place. Can't see them with the naked eye. No idea what they are.
Using a handheld thermal imaging scope, he noticed multiple glowing orbs moving erratically across the night sky.
Just turn. They're not bats. They're everywhere.
In one particularly striking moment, he captured a commercial plane flying across the sky, but just beside it, an orb glides smoothly alongside before suddenly veering ahead.
I think. But you catch my drift? That's out in front of the plane. And I don't know what it is. It's like the plane's following it.
Viewers immediately began speculating. Some suggested satellites or Starlink reflections, but others pointed out the sharp turns and sudden shifts in speed, arguing that the movements defied satellite or drone behavior.
Just turn. They're not bats.
Weird.
They're everywhere.
The eyewitness insists none of the lights were visible to the naked eye, only through his thermal scope.
Not a satellite. They're all over the place. Can't see them with the naked eye. No idea what they are.
So what exactly did he capture over the skies of Pennsylvania that night? Satellites, secret military craft, or could it be something truly unidentified? A genuine case of UAPs caught on camera.
Wasn't there one a couple of weeks ago with something similar, like loads of objects floating across the sky at some point? There's been quite a few reports of UAPs and stuff. I don't know if you've seen anything to do with that guy who found one, or claims to have found a UAP. It's basically a metal sort of cylinder with rounded off ends, and it's got like some sort of engraving on the end of it, like symbols. There was like a spherical ball UAP found not that long ago as well, and the markings seem to match, but they look like they've been bloody beveled in or something. But I don't know. But he's the guy who found it took it home, as you do, and claims it's been making him feel unwell and stuff like that. And then he done this weird live stream in the last week or so where he tried to get into the object. He was trying to drill into one of the ends of it, and then he got a blowtorch onto it and stuff. And while he was doing the blowtorch on the live stream, something weird happened, and he started mumbling sort of incoherently and sort of dropped the camera, and then the live stream went off, and apparently nobody's heard from him since, so they're all thinking, has he been abducted and stuff like this. It's an intriguing story. I think it is just a story, but I do like watching stuff like that just for the crack of it. But I would like to think there is other life out there. But I don't know. I don't know. I found the engravings and things a little bit too harsh. Like for if they are sort of technologically advanced, you think it would be like proper laser cut, or the designs would be pretty much perfect. But these just look like they've been bloody beveled in. But I don't know if any of these clips are going to come through on any of these videos, to be fair. But be interesting if they do, or I might try and dig some of it out and put something together about that. But yeah, it was just weird that there's a lot of talk that this guy's been abducted or something's happened to him, and he hasn't been heard of from the last like few days at least, if not a week or so since this live stream. But it's a weird story, but I think it is just that. But let us know if you know any more about that as well.
But you catch my drift? That's out in front of the
But
plane.
there's been quite a few UAP videos
and I don't
of
know
it.
what it is. It's like the plane's following it.
But whether it's to do with the whole American
This eerie post has been circulating
release of
online,
files and
titled
stuff.
"Ghost Girl Caught on Baby Monitor in an Empty Home." According to the uploader, the image came from his father's close friend, a detective who had rented a vacation home with his wife and young daughter. While away, he began receiving motion alerts from the baby monitor app inside the house, specifically from his daughter's room, even though the family wasn't home. When he opened the app, he saw what
That's
appeared to be
terrifying.
a young girl's face staring directly into the camera. He immediately called the uploader's father, asking him to check the house. The father arrived to find the home completely empty, no intruders, no noises, and nothing out of place. Yet the image remained saved in the baby monitor's motion capture log.
That's terrifying.
The detective reportedly refused to stay there again, cutting his family's trip short and moving out the following week. Even the uploader's dad, described as a skeptic, admitted that the photo was unsettling. Was it a case of pareidolia, camera glitching under infrared lighting, or something much stranger caught on the baby monitor? Whatever it was, it left both men and thousands of Redditors deeply disturbed. The eerie legend of the little girl in red, or red dress girl, remains one of Taiwan's most unsettling and enduring paranormal mysteries, a story that gripped the nation and inspired decades of horror media. The tale begins in 1998, when a Taiwanese family went hiking in the Dakeng Mountains near Taichung, recording their outing on a home video camera. The vacation seemed normal until tragedy struck. Shortly after the trip, one family member died unexpectedly. Days later, another fell ill and passed away. When the surviving relatives reviewed the vacation footage, they noticed several chilling details. Behind them, walking silently in line with the group, was a small girl in a red dress with a dark, almost shadowed face. None of the family members remembered seeing her that day.
Strange.
Then even more chilling, one of the deceased appeared to have fang-like teeth in the video, despite having normal teeth in real life.
And then not just a shit camera.
当中的这位先生仿佛多长了2颗牙齿，
Get the hell, I
这
nearly
说
shut
的可
myself
能
when
就是
the
所谓的
music
獠
started
牙
there.
或鬼牙，更令人毛骨悚然。
Overcome with fear, the family sent the video to a popular Taiwanese paranormal TV program, Mysterious
haven't we got stuff
Appearance
like
and
this?
Disappearance. Initially dismissed as a simple curiosity, the clip quickly captivated viewers once it aired. Reports began pouring in from other locals claiming to have seen the same girl in red while hiking in the Dakeng area, many also reporting streaks of bad luck or illness afterward. The show's investigative team visited the forest, interviewing residents, monks, and psychologists. None recognised the girl, though one boy claimed he had once followed her deep into the woods until she vanished mid-path. The broadcast sparked widespread panic across Taiwan, with people refusing to hike alone in Dakeng for years. But skeptics offered rational explanations. Some said the girl was merely another hiker who happened to pass by unnoticed. The fangs seen in the
How can
footage
you
could
not
have been
notice
beetle
her?
nut
She wasn't
staining,
that far
common among
behind.
Taiwanese men, which discoloured parts of their teeth. Others accused the TV producers of editing the clip for ratings, noting that in uncut versions a family member appears to glance back, suggesting they might have noticed the girl during filming. Still, the legend took root.
Oh,
In the decades that followed, the little girl in
bloody
red
fire.
became a staple of Taiwanese
Oh,
ghost
damn
folklore,
fire.
symbolising
On
the
the
spirit of the
360.
mountains and a warning to those who trespass without respect. Her story later inspired the hit 2015 Taiwanese
The
horror
Tag-along.
film, The Tag Along, which spawned 2 sequels and cemented
Class.
the red-dressed apparition as a cultural icon of fear. A reminder that some legends never fade, they only evolve.
That's mad. It is pretty creepy, like, but she does just look like part of the group, to be fair. But if they claim otherwise,
Coming up in our last segment, in just a few seconds, we take a look at a fascinating haunting from 1834. But before we do, help us out by hitting that like button, leaving some comments and sharing this episode on your socials.
I do like the deep dives, things like that last tale there. It's intriguing, but I'd love the UK to have like a proper ghost program like that. I don't mean like Most Haunted, like a one where they actually discuss well-known cases and sort of try and deep dive them and gather evidence and have like a proper discussion about stuff. That'd be a good view on that.
The strange case of the Beelings bells remains one of England's earliest and most famous alleged poltergeist incidents. Beginning on February 2nd, 1834 and lasting for nearly 2 months, the servants' bells at Beelings House in the quiet Suffolk village of Great Beelings began to ring without cause, sometimes gently, sometimes with such violent force that witnesses feared the fittings would tear from the walls. The house belonged to Major Edward Moore, a decorated officer of the East India Company, respected scholar and author on Hindu mythology. Methodical and rational by nature, Moore kept a careful record of the disturbances, including the weather conditions, temperature, and barometric readings, yet he found no explanation consistent with the known laws of science. The first strange ringing occurred while Moore was away at church. His servants, a man and a woman, reported that the dining room bell had rung 3 times between 2 and 5 o'clock, despite the pull wires being still. The same pattern occurred the next day, this time with Moore hearing the sound himself. On the 3rd day, the activity escalated dramatically. While Moore was speaking with the servants, all 5 bells on the right side of the kitchen's bellboard, corresponding to the dining room, drawing room, and adjoining bedroom and 2 attic rooms, began to ring in unison. So violently, Moore wrote, that I thought they would disengage themselves from their moorings. The ringing continued.
The language is so cool. Like, why don't we speak proper anymore?
At 10 to 15 minute intervals throughout the evening, witnessed by Moore, his son, and the household staff. In the days that followed, the activity became almost routine. The same bells would suddenly peal throughout the day, their movements visible to those standing nearby, while the doorbell, the loudest of all, remained eerily silent. Moore observed one bell striking the ceiling from the force of its movement. Despite the recurring phenomenon, he found that the bell wires showed no tension or vibration that could have caused the sounds. Every possible cause, changes in air pressure, heat expansion, even electrical influence, was meticulously recorded and dismissed.
Just disconnect them.
On February 25th, Moore wrote to the Ipswich Journal appealing to the public for scientific insight. The events ceased just as abruptly as they began, ending on March 27th after 54 days of nearly constant disturbances. Moore later published his detailed notes and correspondence in an 1841 book titled Beelings Bells, an account of the mysterious ringing of bells at Great Beelings, Suffolk in 1834, and in other
Wow,
parts of
so he did actually record it all officially.
England. The book not only documented the Beelings events, but compiled reports of similar mysterious bell ringings from other towns across England, suggesting a broader pattern of unaccountable occurrences. Moore himself vacillated between skepticism and belief. At one point, he insisted the ringing was by no human agency, but weeks later admitted it was possible the events were a trick, only to revert once more to his conviction that the bells were not rung by any mortal hand. He also ignored the advice of a correspondent who suggested gathering all members of the household in one room to observe whether the phenomenon persisted. This omission would later fuel doubt about the case. Modern interpretations of the Beelings bells divide sharply between paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics. Spiritualists have hailed it as a textbook example of early poltergeist activity, comparing it to later noisy spirit cases of the Victorian era. The skeptical camp, however, sees more earthly causes. Researcher Trevor H. Hall argued that Moore was an unreliable observer, likely deceived by one of his servants playing a prank. Others, such as Daniel Cohen, speculated that Moore himself orchestrated the ringing as an elaborate satire on credulity and pseudoscience, pointing to his measured literary style and hints of irony in the published text. Whatever the truth, the Beelings Bells affair captured the public imagination in a period fascinated by the boundaries between science and the supernatural. Whether a hoax, a prank, or a genuine mystery, the case stands as an early link in Britain's long history of haunted houses, a tale of invisible forces, methodical observation, and the enduring human desire to make sense of the inexplicable.
Now, if you can't get enough of
Intriguing stuff. Like I said, I do like it when he does like a deep dive into a certain case like that. It just gives it a bit more like basis. It's I would like to believe in stuff like that. Be interesting to read the guy's book, to be fair, and see. Like I said, the language back then, just it was like a different world, wasn't it? I do miss real language as such, but never mind. That's just me being old. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. As I said at the beginning, I'd be grateful if you can share this about, try and get some traction on the video. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts on any of the clips that we saw there. Have a discussion about them. I would like to have your thoughts. Pop by Slaptime's channel. The link is in the description. Drop him a sub and show some support for the original video as well. Be grateful for that. And in the meantime, guys, don't get too scared. And we'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.